الكلمة الآن لرئيسة قسم السلام والتنمية المستدامة في قطاع التعليم في منظمة اليونسكو هيانغ، السيدة هيانغ سو.
Good morning, I'm Soo Choi, Soo HYANG Choi. You can put in different ways, it will be still referring to me, but I'm Soo Choi. I'm Director of the Division for Inclusion, Peace and Sustainable Development in the education sector here in UNESCO. And I have a few small words to share with you on behalf of the Director General. Excellencies, Mesdames et Messieurs, c'est avec grand plaisir que je vous accueille au nom de la directrice générale, Madame Irina Bokova, dans la maison de l'UNESCO pour cette journée de colloque autour de la question du dialogue, de l'éducation, des médias et de l'apprendre à vivre ensemble. Elle m'a demandé de transmettre ses remerciements à la délégation permanente du Royaume d'Arabie Saoudite pour avoir organisé cette réunion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just share with you a few words on the educational topics that you will look at today. UNESCO has been recognized globally as the lead agency for education for sustainable development, or ESD as we call it. It advocates for ESD at the global level and provides technical support to the member states on how to put ESD into practice. UNESCO now coordinates the implementation of the Global Action Program, or GAP, on ESD that you are aware, as official follow-up to the United Nations Decade of ESD. ESD empowers learners to take informed decisions and responsible actions for environmental integrity, economic viability, and a just society for present and future generations, while respecting cultural diversity. It is about lifelong learning and is an integral part of quality education. Complementary to ESD, global citizenship education that UNESCO is very actively promoting aims to give learners the means to assume an active role in addressing global challenges and live together in peace and tolerance. This implies not only to pass on to youth cognitive skills, but also social, emotional, and behavioral components of learning. UNESCO's global citizenship education work is based on the universal principles of human rights and the promotion of a culture of peace and nonviolence. It is part of the UN Secretary General's Global Education First initiative, which has global citizenship as one of its 3 priorities in education, next to access and quality. Helping learners become responsible global citizens is one of the UNESCO's strategic objectives for 2014 and 2021. Furthermore, global citizenship, along with the ESD, is integral part of Target 4.7 of the Education Sustainable Development Goal of Agenda 2030. As you all know, in 2015, 86, nearly 90 member states of UNESCO expressed their support for the fight against violent extremism through education, or PVEE, by adopting a decision that recognized the importance of the crucial role that UNESCO can play in this area. In January this year, the UN Secretary General presented a plan of action to prevent violent extremism. Both documents, UNESCO decision and the UN Secretary General's plan of action, reflect growing concern around the world regarding the prevention of violent extremism. UNESCO has developed a guide for teachers to address PVE in the classroom The conference version is available. If any of you would like to have a copy, please do let us know. And we are in the process of developing another guide for education policymakers. These tools will help prioritize, plan, and implement effective and relevant actions in the educational settings to prevent violent extremism. Both guides will be presented at an international conference that we are planning to organize on the same subject in the fall of this year. Once we have the guides, once we have the conference, then we will go out and implement some capacity building programs for the prevention of violent extremism for the education stakeholders and the teachers. Let me conclude with some remarks about textbooks. As reflected in the very first resolution of the 1946 UNESCO General Conference, the critical role that textbooks and languages can play as components of quality education in bringing people together and promoting peace needs to be recognized. Since its creation, UNESCO has continuously pursued its efforts in favor of textbooks that are transmitters of values and knowledge, which promote respect for differences, mutual understanding, and knowledge. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the delegation of Saudi Arabia for their continuing support of our work on textbooks and in this area. Let me wish you a very, very success in your colloque. Thank you.